purse from a hat. I decide this is what I'm doing on St. Patty's Day. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to deal with a bunch of drunk people today. So, and I'm not saying drinking's horrible. I'm not. I'm just saying sometimes people get too much at those kind of occasions. And I get it. When you're young, that's what you want to do, but sometimes it's not the best. But I'm here for some tarot card readings today. And maybe a little later, I'll start doing some sketching. But like I said, St. Patty's Day is very celebrated in the United States. So a lot of people are going to be out drinking today. That's just the way it is. I wanted to try to make the St. Patty's Day parade, but I don't know, maybe next year. Maybe this just wasn't the year. They have the parades. I do love a parade, but it just wasn't meant to happen this year, and that's okay. I'm alive and I'm knitting the side of my purse, my new purse that I'm making from a hat. Because I have knitting needles where I could do embroidery with it too. So I do like to do that. I don't really. I don't. I could say I don't really have the most exciting life, but my life is not horrible. My life does. I try to stay out of bad situations. I work. I do what I need to do in the world, and sometimes that has to be enough. It really does. Because what else you gonna do in the world? You raise your kids, make sure they eat, make sure they go to school, yada yada yada. And then you try to find yourself when you get older. That's usually how that happens. I'm just, I guess, at 50 years old, just trying to find myself. Because you can't sit there and stop living. So this is what I'm doing these days. And this is going to be hopefully a good purse. Because I'm like, I do love Amazon and stuff, but sometimes it's fun to make your own stuff. I find it absolutely fun. I don't know why. I've always found it fun to make things. I literally love it. And it is one of my hobbies that does save money. That's why I always tell people to save their money. But I'm going to attach this piece to this hat. And then it should be it's going to be nice because it's going to have a strap over. So when I'm out live streaming for my dog, because he loves his streams, and it's too cold for me today, friends. I'm sorry. He wants to live stream, but I'm not trying to get sick. I've been exposed to the super flu and a lot of other stuff, and I'm just trying to relax today. I did 32 hours in 3 days. That's a lot of hours in medical. And sometimes it's not the most physical, but it's mentally exhausting. It really is. But here we got. Oh, well, thank you for the smiley faces and Hello Kitty. I love that Hello Kitty. I think I did a Hello Kitty. I do love Hello Kitty. Two kids move from the city in Australia to the middle school in the middle of nowhere. Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta those kids. Hey, you gotta keep track of them. But yeah, I'm just 50-year-old, 50 and finding myself. My kids actually, I don't know. They said must have had a viral video. And my son asked me which one it was. I said, I don't know. I have over 2,000 videos. And did not, I mean, mine are just like crazy where I'm trying to like climb up a barn or something, but I didn't expect any of them to go viral, but apparently one of them did. Which for my age is pretty damn good. They have a video that went viral because generally people my age are just they're just out bothering their kids. My kids are grown. They got their own lives, they work and they got families. So I'm just over here just seeing if I can make a difference in these dogs' lives. That's what I'm doing. But I don't know. My one son, he was proud of me. He was like, "I'm sorry." He goes, "I'm proud of you for having a viral video, but you should know what video you had." And I told him, "How am I? I don't keep track of these things. I'm trying to make the world a better place." And really, that's what I'm trying to do every day. I do. I try to do it. Oh, hello. I can't pronounce your name because I don't. I only know English. I've tried to study other languages. They're just not my friends sometimes. And I have tried. I would have loved to have been a bilingualist in this lifetime, but I really don't think that's happening. You just get to a certain age and and then you would just like, you feel like your time is slowly going away. But I'm trying to get this and I'm gonna try to hook this and sew it into this hat. So I have like a little dumping ground here. We'll see. I'm sure it'll turn out good. I've made little yarn purses before, and you can. And they're cute as hell. You can make them to go with any outfit. Any outfit. If you know how to do any kind of basic knitting, it's just a basic knit stitch. And you take it, and then they have knitting needles. Not like these. It's like sewing needles. You can find them in that section. I got mine from Amazon because I don't have a car. And I bought I got the Amazon Prime. And you get things a lot cheaper on Amazon Prime. I keep finding these random YouTube live clips. Oh, well thank you. I can't find anything on YouTube. You're great for that. I go on YouTube and I find my sad dog videos and Avantasia stuff because I love Avantasia. I love them. They're Christian rock and they had this. It's Welcome the Dragons and oh my god, they're so great. I like Nuclear Blast records. I like things off the thing people regularly don't like. And most of the stuff I like that is my very favorite generally is not American. Because I think Avantasia, I don't know for sure, but I think they're from Germany. And I like their style of rock because they're very deep. That and Edguy Mandrake. They're very deep. So I like them a lot. And then I like to listen to like other type of thing like the monk music. Love it. I like the chanting music. Sometimes it's very comforting to watch. They have different chanting music. They really do. And I listen to it here on YouTube because YouTube's really good at bringing search engines. They do. And they find like different things that you would like. And since I like things the opposite of everyone else, it seems like I have to have an extra one. Oh, it is. I love Nuclear Blast. I love them. I love all of their artists. They're one of my favorite. They really are. I do like the Black Veil Brides too. I did see them in concert. I would love to see Avantasia in concert, but I would have to save up money and stuff and be a little bit richer than I am. But I'm getting there. I don't spend a lot of money. I really don't. If I can, I would make a purse. What I do with my clothes, honestly, is I just I organize them and I put them in boxes, and I'll keep the same clothes. And if somebody gives me clothes, I just reshuffle them. You can have one shirt for like 10 years and keep reshuffling it with every once in a while. You can't do it every day, or people know you're wearing the same shirt. After you wash it, you just put it in a box. Then wear your other ones with different outfits, and they think you got a whole new different shirt. So unless you actually tell them you got a different shirt, they wouldn't know. And I have some residents at my work that tell me they've had the same stuff for 20 years. And my thing is, if we don't learn to reuse our resources, we're going to have a lot of environmental issues. Because I read about on Google, there was a surfer that got eaten by a shark and his girlfriend watched. And the thing my husband told me about it, and I was like, well, the shark's probably got nothing to eat. Oh, hi, Karan. And I know people don't like sharks. I get it, but they are a part of our ecosystem. And the thing is, if they don't have food, we are their food. And I don't want to be their food. I mean, we're the top of the food chain. And if we are constantly taking out these beautiful, gorgeous animals and bringing them to the brinks of extinction, eventually we may not be the top of the food chain and nature's going to rebel. That's my thing. And then where are we going to be at? I'm not saying it's going to be like a sci fi movie. I'm just saying it's like little things like you'll be in the ocean and a shark's hungry, and we killed a lot of their things they eat. So they're going to find you tasty. And just like that poor soul in Australia that his girlfriend had to watch him be eaten by a shark, that's going to happen more and more often. And it's terrible, but these are signs that our environment is the earth is healing itself, and we think we control Earth. We do not control Mother Earth. Nobody controls Mother Earth. And quite frankly, just the fact that we're sitting nicely in space proves we don't control Mother Earth. So, and who knows? But I don't want to be on the bad side of Mother Earth. Hopefully, I know Trump is starting once like a worldwide environmental thing. And love him or hate him, at least he's trying to do something for the environment. Democrats never did that over here, ever. They did stuff a lot that was against the environment. They really did. And some Republicans. But I'm glad that somebody cares about the environment because it's not good for nobody if we're fighting with one another, every country, and the sharks don't have food. In the meanwhile, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be dying, and something else might come about that's worse. You know, there might be another predator worse than a shark that comes out. Because me and my husband were talking. Oh, okay. I can do your love connection, Karan. I think ever since I've started this little channel of mine, which really was just a fun thing, you've been one of my long term friends over here. I actually was thinking about going on TikTok and I go, maybe I'll run into Karan or somebody. Because I do remember people's names. Being autistic, I remember little things like this. I do. And it's true, my people do know about world reports and they find these things interesting. But that's the fun of being autistic. But let me go ahead and put this aside. I gotta decide how I'm gonna do that first. I don't even know if I'm gonna add it to the hat or just make that as an actual purse. I don't know. Either way. But yeah, I mean, there's stuff under this ocean, and there's a lot of countries that's trying to figure out what's under the ocean, and we just don't know. The Russians supposedly found. I was on YouTube, and they found a old cavern that was, I guess, one of these volcano things, underwater volcano things that over time must have sunk this whole like thing. It's like a tunnel that goes in, and then it had like a cement door and everything. And I guess the Bible some talks about it, and everything in there is plants and stuff that are different. And it's like an older ecosystem, and it's there. And the Russians dug so deep and found the entrance. They said it proved that the Bible was real about some stuff. And even if some of you guys are atheists, and it's okay to be an atheist. Oh, okay. Thank you. But the Bibles are were written, and at the time, the facts of the circumstances around it being written and are there. That's why you got the Romans and everything else, because this was what it said. Oh, okay. I thought I got another comment, but yeah, and I'm afraid if we kill off our predators that are natural to this environment, we're gonna get another predator that we really don't want in our environment. That's the thing. I could be just being, I don't know, overthinking it, but we don't know. And I don't want one of these giant octopuses or something coming to the surface. All right, your love life, you got a new moon of Aries. And this just means it's time to take action. Kind of move on and do things in your life. Aries are always on the move. I'm an Aries. That's probably why people tell me I do too much. But your love life is also surrounded by a new moon in Leo and a full moon. And the energy in a new moon in Leo talks about confidence in all your endeavors. Like think of the self enlightenment and just believing in yourself type thing. Leos are always about that. They're like probably the best motivational speakers ever. And then your full moon, usually that means it's always surrender your energy. But in your case, with this energy reading, it would mean taking all of your doubt, your self doubt, and everything, and just letting it go. I mean, Quran, you could pray if you wanted to, You could meditate if you wanted to, but as long as you let it go, that's all that really matters. It's the end result of just letting it go. But I see steps towards a healthy relationship for you, and these things take time. They do. And honestly, there's really nothing here, but it's telling you to go out there and see what the universe has for you. And that's not bad. Maybe you're going to have a new start. Maybe that's what that means. And new starts are very nice. So go out there, have a new start. Don't take it too seriously and have fun and feel yourself. I don't know if you're Irish, but if you're Irish, go out and have a good time and don't drink and drive. I've been saying this today because it's St. Patrick's Day over here in the United States. And I think everywhere. I think Ireland, and I'm sure there's Irish people everywhere, but yeah, just because it's a drinking holiday, let's not all go crazy and get yourself in more trouble than you need to get into, because there's a lot of, depending on if you're obviously don't drink and drive. I think that's been said for 20 years though. I really do. I've heard that all my life. And then don't take drugs, and then they had and this was just about marijuana. This is when Bush wanted everybody said it's a gateway drug. I don't believe it's a gateway drug. I smoke marijuana. And there's times where I smoked marijuana and then I stopped for 10 years because my first husband did not like marijuana. Which is crazy, is because we're not together no more, and I'm on with the second husband. And now the first husband that told me we couldn't be together if I smoked pot is now smoking pot. So laugh out loud on that one. But but yeah, that's what I grew up with. It's kind of weird now, I'm not gonna lie, with all this legalization of marijuana. Because I grew up in a time where you just didn't do it, and people that were selling marijuana were going to prison and this and that. Like they did something, the worst thing in the world. And I didn't grow up at the time of the moonshiners, but I want to say it probably has the feel of moonshining at that time. But now we're almost all legal. But my state, I live in Ohio and in the United States, and somehow they don't like pot still. And we were one of the last states of the union to get legalization. I like to say the Puritans started Ohio because they're very backwards here. They don't want it. They don't like it. They like everything very strict, and they don't like anything like that. In Michigan, where I live, you could go there and get it real cheap, and their economy's booming even after they lost a lot of money when we had the recession and houses were being boarded up and people were on the streets. They brought back and lost all their industry. They got all their money back from marijuana. And it actually is helping out Michigan a lot. There's a lot of people from Ohio that'll go to Michigan for their weed because they got better weed there. And now the governor of Ohio is they're trying to pass bills to make it where they could still put you in jail for marijuana. I just don't understand. I think it's really silly. And the thing is eventually all this is going to bite him in the ass. It really is. Because my husband be watching. I think I'm pretty sure he's on YouTube. This guy that talks about prohibition and everything for Ohio. And Ohio is just trying to reverse everything. And I don't know if they can. They legalized it for medical use, then they legalized it for recreational. Now they want to take it all back. And it's one big fight with this governor. I don't know. And the thing is our governor is Republican, and he doesn't like that Trump likes the prohibition of weed. He likes it. He really does. He made it on the federal. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, he made it on the federal level for us, and we got our governor. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's an older governor, but he's gonna hurt Ohio's economy. He really is, because people are still gonna smoke pot, and he's gonna lose so much money. And Michigan's way better than us already because they they stayed on top of the curve. And they're known for better weed. They're known for everything, and people eventually are going to want to move to Michigan. They're going to invest in Michigan, and they're already losing money because they're trying to be so strict with marijuana here. And my thing is that he's so worried about just reversing all this and things. What about the harder drugs? What about the heroin? What about the methamphetamines? That's my thing. Don't be worrying about this. Why don't we just concentrate on the stuff that's really hurting people? Because it is. It's killing our youth. When the young people are not as successful, and older people that survived all this and didn't get hooked on drugs are more successful than younger people, the fact is, the more you got mortality issues. We're not all going to live forever. And what are we going to do if we got all this generation of kids that can't can't put their sense together? I mean, I don't know. Something has to be done somewhere. I don't know where, when, or how, but something has to happen. I just feel like all the people that are arguing are making it worse for everybody in these crazy climates in Ohio. But I'm sure it will equal out because Michigan is going to be getting more and more involved with more and more money, and we're going to be lower and lower. But they did try to fight it. They sure did. Some Republicans are going against Trump because he's not. Sometimes his policies aren't typical Republican policies. They really aren't. It was always the Democrats that were pro weed, and they were always afraid to go that extra mile. But he's not afraid, and that's what I do like his spirit. I really do. Even though some of the older generation that are in Medicare and this and that, aka my mother in law, she thinks he wants to get rid of everything and he doesn't. He just wants to kind of redo it. And maybe there was a lot of fraudulent stuff with Medicare. You take all this money comes out of your check for Medicare, but all you hear is Medicare didn't cover this, Medicare didn't cover that, but you pay into all the stuff that Medicare decided it didn't want to pay for in the past. Maybe he's trying to make them accountable for what they have. And maybe there was a lot of people that had hands in the money. I don't know. I say let's just give it a chance, but some people out there, not so much. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Trump, I'm not in his cabinet, I couldn't tell you, but all I can say is he can't do any worse job than has been done up in that White House. He really couldn't. I mean, we have so many issues here. And I'd like to say it takes a nice asshole to get things done. And it really does. If you think about it with your bosses at work and stuff, the reason they have that, it's called a, they have different personalities when it comes to psychology and stuff. And I think it's type A is like authoritative and stuff. And that's what you really need with a boss because you gotta, everybody has to fall in line with what one person's saying. And people seem to listen to people that make sense, that don't care, that are going to move forward at what they want to do, and that's it. And I'm glad about his environmental things. So glad about it because we need it. And I guess my husband was saying that dog food next month. They used to have where they could do things to the dog food and tell you it's one thing and do another. He's making the dog food companies accountable for, I guess, a lot of stuff. They, if they say the ingredients were made and you lied and put that in, you get in trouble now. And it's starting this next month. So I don't have to worry about if my dog's eating nasty stuff that's going to shorten his life. And I'm very excited about how he cares about that. Okay, I thought I had another comment. Oh, 31. See, this purse is going to take me a while. I'm getting there with this purse. I truly am getting somewhere with it. I don't know, I might put the hat, make the hat the inside of the purse. That's what I might do. I'm thinking about it. Because I haven't made a purse in, God, a couple of years I haven't made a purse. And I do enjoy doing that. I got this so far. I'm just bringing it down and keeping it going. And I'm just going to do a little knitting trying to get this purse done. Because I do like making my stuff. It is very relaxing. And like I said, if you have autism or whatever, or know anybody with autism, projects help soothe your brain so much. So much do they help you. They really do. And that's why I be doing so many. That's why I taught myself to do so many things. Because that's what I vibe with is arts and crafts. And I love it so much. And I just enjoy doing things with my hands. I really do. Cooking, I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not very good at it. But the husband's great at cooking. He's a cook, and he loves cooking. But the thing about it is when you're with somebody that's a cook and you're not the biggest cook, they are very picky about a lot of stuff. Consider it's always their ingredients. Like if you put too much seasoning or something, and they act crazy like that. They really do. I call him Chef Ramsay. I do. I be calling. I call Rob Chef Ramsay all the time because no matter how much I cook it or whatever, do this or that, he says that he didn't like it because it was seasoned or the meat was this, and it could be perfectly fine for everybody else, but for him, he finds a problem with it. And these are the issues that sometimes plague my life is because he decides that. So I honestly, I don't really cook a lot. And I do have these little meals that my mother in law gives me since I've been sick, as y'all know. I was sick on all these episodes, and then somehow the medical community made me way better. They found the infection in my jaw before it went to my heart and everything. So And my mother in law's coming off cancer, so she gets these meals. And they're very healthy, but sometimes just got doctor them up, and I got this pressure cooker. And I put them in there. And I tell them to put the meals in the pressure cooker. Like, shove little steak meals and everything in. He just refuses to do it. I like it because I know it's healthy. It's healthy for me and has all of my vitamins and protein. So I enjoy it for that, and I don't have to think about it. I know it's cooked good. I know it's healthy. I know it's going to be all right for me. And a lot of times that's what I eat. I gave up eating out. A lot of stuff when you come off having a major illness or anything, any kind of major health issues, you just kind of don't want to be in bad health again because my luck, all my friends will try to bring me back or I'll be sent to another Dr. Kevorkian. This is how my life goes. So I'm just trying to stay healthy these days. Just go to the dentist, make sure that nothing bad happens again with my gums because it was from bad teeth. And I'm probably going to be going back to this doctor soon. And just all these little appointments, always make sure you do your checkups because honestly, doing your little checkups is more important than buying that new purse. Because you could buy your own little purse and all that, but making that doctor's appointment is way more important than dealing with capitalistic stuff. Because in the end, it's going to make it way more complicated and you're going to make a lot of doctors rich. Sometimes you can't help getting cancer. Those things you really can't help. A lot of times they say it's hereditary, so. But yeah, I eat these meals. They're not bad. Like I said, I put them in there and I've been doing good and I've been maintaining a healthy weight. I'm not trying to get too skinny because I already done lost like 35 pounds because they removed 4 teeth. I gotta go back to get partials and to fix the rest of them. But some of my friends, they had to get all dentures, like full dentures. And that is not fun, my friends. Not at all. So, you don't want full dentures, trust me. And I'm just telling you this as a friend because these are things that will plague your life when you get older. And when you're younger, you don't think about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about that how important it'd be to go to this doctor and that doctor and get all these checkups. But as I got older, I'm like, WTF? And it's like, are you serious? But yeah, you just be going to doctors after doctors after doctors. Then you got the kids bothering you. They go, oh, did you go to the doctors? It's always about the doctors. And it gets very annoying sometimes. But I figure I'll knit over here for an hour and then I'm going to start my lunch. And then probably I'm going to, for my third stream, I'm going to go over to TikTok and knit over there. And I'll come back over here because I'm trying to at least get this little purse done today. And it does take several hours to do this kind of thing. But it's getting there. And it's fun doing this kind of stuff because I don't know, I might make this for. I was thinking about making it for my niece Ohana, but I don't know. She might have a million purses. This might just be my purse when I take Chong out. The 1-800 number. So I'm gonna hang up. Okay. I hate the scammers. I hate them. I don't understand. And if you are a scammer listening to this, I guess stop calling me because I don't understand why somebody calls, takes time out of their life instead of trying to make money the positive way. I don't understand it. I mean, it just leads you a bad circumstance. It really does. But yeah, I had. I'm still not on Facebook yet. I guess I go when I go over there. I got to get my alerts going and stuff. But I now they want me to re-enter with this two-step thing. It's going to take an act of God to get back to Facebook. I think at this point, and I guess they've been hacked a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I would be careful about anything you buy online. Anything. You can use a Google wallet and different stuff, but these are things you can use, which is good. I use a lot of Google stuff. I'm a Google girl. I really like Google. I've always liked Google. I like Google as much as Amazon, if that says anything. Because I do enjoy them both. They are both very good. I'm just bringing this down because today I want to get this purse done. And I'm trying to get all these rows hanging because I'm going to flip it in half. I'm going to flip it and then get my embroidery needles for yarn out. Because I do have really nice embroidery needles. I honestly do. Because when I get into something, I'm all in when it comes to arts and crafts. And I ordered these things. And I found them the other day because I've been cleaning. And I've been in. And when I clean an area, I put it in the things I want to save. I put in a box and I mark it and I put it in my storage room. Because you don't know what you have until you get the stuff around it out of the way. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. That's when you know you have what you have and what you don't have. And then you know what things to donate and what things not to donate also. Oh, how you doing? How's your day going? How's your St. Patty's Day going? I'm making a purse for St. Patty's Day. I guess you think it would be green, but I'm not going to be using a green purse every day. I can't. I can't be using a green purse all the time. So today, my St. Patty's purse is going to be black. Black matches every outfit you have. All of it. It really does. And like I said, I haven't made a purse in a while. I was excited about making a purse. But I have my little art corner. And I got lots of arts and crafts. I got lots of things up my sleeve. I'm not proficient enough with crocheting, even though I have a ton of needles. I'm very slow with it. I'm way faster with knitting. I really am. But I'm still going to teach myself how to crochet. And I do encourage these activities because they say that it's good to keep your brain healthy and you have a better chance of not having Alzheimer's if you don't do any hard drugs and you learn something new every day. This is another reason I like to do a lot of arts and crafts besides being autistic, is because I know the statistics. And I deal with Alzheimer's patients. It's not a guarantee, but to make your brain use your brain a little, it makes sense. There's been Supreme Court justices that did crossword puzzles and they were working till almost they were 100. in the past when I was growing up, and you might as well. It does make your sharpen up your brain, and you want to sharpen up your brain. If you want a reading, I am doing readings. It's just you always sometimes over here there's that awkward silence, and they always say bring them in the camera. Well, I guess I bring them in I bring you all you guys in the camera because I'm always working on a project, whether it be yarn, sketching, or whatever. And I like to do my little. I get bored. I like to do my little arts and crafts, and I like to start new things all the time. I know I might come back and sketch a little. I've been promising. Some people have been begging me for sketches at work. Some of the residents. So I might make some more stuff. Sometimes I take a break from doing art for this reason because I don't want to be to the point where I'm just burnt out from sketching. I don't want to be to that point, so I take my breaks with sketching and sometimes just do yarn. Because yarn is relaxing, it's fun. It really is. And I find knitting easier because you can put your knitting needles down and you can do something else. I could put these needles down with this and come back with it at any time through the day. It's just what it is. It seems like when you're in a sketch, you're kind of dedicated it to that sketch till you're done. And when you're in that mood is when you should do it. Sometimes when I go back to a sketch later on, it doesn't turn out as good. It's whatever I envisioned at that moment. And I think that's how a lot of arts and crafts go. So I feel that's what happens. Because it is an art form. People that make these blankets and stuff, it is an actual art form. So some of these blankets that some of my friends made are absolutely incredible. They really are. My one friend, she made a blanket. She's so good at quilting, so good. I'm going to be doing some quilting soon. I asked my husband if it's alright if I got a sewing machine. I was thinking about getting something that wasn't overly expensive and start making curtains and stuff. What is the initial of the girl who has feelings for me and is stalking me? Can you type in? I'm not sure about initials and all that, but I can give you an energy reading. I definitely give you an energy reading on that, on your situation. It might not come up with initial, but I could see where the spirits might give you advice and stuff about something. I can see what comes up because that's terrible to be stalked. I really feel bad for you. Being stalked is terrible, and I know some of these girls do stalk people, and it doesn't make it right. It really doesn't. And I'm sorry about your stalking. So I'm going to try to help you and find out the energy on this whole situation and what you could do to avoid it and everything. Because that's a terrible thing to go through. Because believe it or not, when I was younger, I was stalked too. And it's really creepy because you always feel like somebody's watching you. You do. And it's just like the hairs in the back of your neck. And my neck would start burning every once in a while, like someone's looking at you. When you get that feeling when someone's staring at you. So I get it. So we'll just see what the energy on this whole stalking situation is. All right, you're in the third quarter moon, and this talks about adjustments. And that's not bad for a stalking situation. So, and then what's surrounding your stalking situation is a new moon in Sagittarius and a balsamic moon. And a new moon in Sagittarius just talks about luck and things like, because Sagittariuses are supposed to be lucky, and maybe they are. Sometimes I low key wish I was a Sagittarius instead of an Aries. But anyways, a balsamic moon is also surrounding this whole energy. And this just means it's healing. This, I think, the Sagittarius in your, I think you are the Sagittarius card about luck. And the balsamic moon represents the person that's stalking you. And balsamic moon just talks about healing. This person's very scorned. I feel like you had some kind of intimate relations with this person. I feel there's like a huge crush, and this girl thinks that, I don't know. I feel a feminine energy. If it could be somebody that is a girl on the inside or whatever. But the feminine energy that follows you, they're hurting. And they lust after you. And I'm going to do another energy reading on this. So you got luck, which is good. It is so good that you got a luck on that one. And we'll just do an energy reading on the person themselves and see what comes up. Sometimes it gets more informative this way. All right. All right. That person, I did an energy reading on this whole on the person themselves that's stalking you. And you got a new moon on this. And this talks about new starts, which is really good. You want a new start after being stalked. And you also are surrounded, this person is surrounded by a blue moon and a full moon eclipse. A blue moon just means believing in things that you didn't think was going to happen. And there, in the full moon eclipse, talks about conclusions. So, honestly, I feel this is somebody with, like, I'm getting a hair color. I want to say it's blondish brown. The hair color. They're pretty, but blondish brown hair. And I'm picking up there's a lot of issues in their life. And the cards are saying that the pathway of the person that's stalking you is supposed to be, they're supposed to be moving on in life, and that's why they got the blue moon. And the full moon eclipse talks about conclusions that are going to come. And the thing with conclusions in a full moon eclipse is that's when things come to the surface that really wouldn't come to the surface otherwise. So I'm getting, like I said, like, I'm thinking I see like a dishwater blonde that's lusting over you. The dishwater blonde here was kind of just like a darker blonde, like almost a brown type thing. Not like mine. mine's all different colors, but it's a blondish brown. And I feel that this person dyes it too. And they're on the thinner side. I mean, they're not so skinny that they're a size 4, but they're in the thinner side. So I hope this was helpful. And I would kind of just, I don't see it as malicious. I just see it as it's going to be an annoyance to you. Hopefully, they give up soon and you'll be all right. So, but I can't, I did not come up with an initial. I just came up with some hair color for you. That's all I came up with. And I mean, hopefully, maybe someone over here, one of the other ones, can give you that, but I could give you a hair color. And sometimes some things just, I get different information and I can't dictate what information comes through me sometimes. I can't direct that kind of energy like that at times, but maybe the hair color will be more useful than an initial. So, what hopefully for you that happens. And I hope you're enjoying your St. Patrick's Day. Because I'm enjoying mine and I'm enjoying the conversation and I did want to do some readings because sometimes I get so involved in these sketchings that sometimes I don't really get to focus on readings. So, and when I'm knitting, I can always put my needles down. But but I am open for readings. I'm doing my yarn work on the onlookers. So, but I don't know if you left out or whatever. But it's blondish hair that's brown, and I believe it's dyed. That's what I got for you. And then it's not malicious, so you don't got to worry about them coming after you and trying to kill you or something. It's just an annoying stalking. And this happens when you get involved in relationships, and sometimes, the other person doesn't want to let go. And the thing is that's kind of how it is, and that's how sometimes people are. They don't want to let go. I don't know why, but it is, and it's hard being a woman. It's hard for me to let. It was hard when I was younger to let go, and I didn't think that I was going to get anybody. And then I got a little older, and I was like, "Damn, I'm getting a lot of people." And now I'm at the age where I already got somebody, and I don't want no one else. But that's how life cycles go. And I wish you all the luck on this. I really do. You seem like a good person. But I'm gonna try to do a couple more rows here. Try to at least do an hour in live streams. Whenever I go on TikTok, though, I always offer tarot card readings, and I don't know. Maybe I don't have a good enough babushka. I don't understand, but I don't know. I did get 400 people in my stream, and I did get some love, but I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to look like a gypsy over there. Or maybe I just got to live stream more over there. I don't know. I'm just so used to you guys that I just come over here instead. Honestly. It seems like the safest place for me to stream, so. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this row, and then I'm probably gonna go over on TikTok knitting. and do that and talk about something. I don't ever run out of conversation. I am a writer. So, when you're a writer, you never run out of conversation. You could talk about the weather, then talk about hurricanes, this and that, and you can find a conversation anywhere. Because to me, that's life is one big book. It really is. You are, well, you're writing your own personal book in the universe. You're just not doing with words. You're doing with actions. When people talk about, oh, when mom did this or blah blah blah, that's a chapter of your book. And then when you get to the end of your book, obviously you're trying to do all the little things you never got a chance to do, and then you pass on to the abyss, and then you come back. But I'm in, like, I want to say the midsection of my book, of my own personal book with the universe. Probably about 20, 30 years, it'll be time to gather up things and say goodbye to this realm. But while I'm doing that, and enjoy the middle section of my book, which is the life in your, and I feel like I got an extension by getting healthier. So I'm gonna see where life takes me. You never know where life's gonna take you, my friends. You never know. I never thought I'd be on here. I never in a million years did I think I'd be on here. I'm just not that exciting of a person. I'm really not. I don't do exciting activities. I mean, I knit and I sketch and I do these little things, but other than that, it's not overly exciting. I love to write, just things like that, but I like to do things a lot of times that are related with schooling and art. This is pretty much where I'm at with the universe. So, and it's not horrible to be in there. Sometimes I don't know, it's not a bad place to be. But, like I said, what can you do? It is what it is, my friends. My book is very exciting, and of the drama that surrounds me, my kids have drama. I'll tell you that. Both of my boys got drama. They all both said after they don't listen to me that they should have listened to me. But I guess that's a good sign. You never know what's going to hit you from place to place. Never do you know. But I'm almost done with this row, and I'm going to take my lunch break and probably go on TikTok and do some more to try to knit this out. Hopefully, get this purse done today or tomorrow, because you might as well. Life is all about did I finish this last project or another, because you never know when you'll be sick again. Because they say death comes like a thief in the night. It's There's really no time to prepare. You should always prepare every day for a happy day, because you never know when's going to be your last day. And it's not a depressing thought, it's life. Anything can happen at any time, so enjoy your time you got. That's what I say. But I got this so far. I'm trying to get this down. And I'm gonna go ahead and start my lunch and stuff. I'm gonna go on TikTok for about an hour. We'll see what happens there. I used to say you guys were like the ocean, but I think they're more the ocean these days. And I hope everybody's having a thing. Good day. Oh, you're welcome. I'll be back. I'm just gonna go over knitting and visit TikTok since I won a duel. Oh, I didn't even know if anybody was here. I'm hoping the hair color helped you, Ashman. Did I actually? Or Anshman? I don't know. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I pronounce things so horrible. But yeah, I won some. I was in a contest over there, and I figured, fuck it, I'm a Google streamer. I did do your reading. That was the reading. The person that's stalking you is it's someone that's crushes on you, and they have dishwater blonde hair. That's like brown hair that's real light, and it's dyed. I don't know. I can't get whatever is shown to me is shown to me. I got a hair color. Um, I don't know. Never tried that, but I will try it for you. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I can get initials. I don't really. I take care of sick people for a living, and sometimes I get real intuitive, and sometimes I don't. Is on certain things. So we'll see where this goes, and you can tell me if it makes sense. All right. Maybe the answer's in here. Maybe I'm more intuitive this way. The blue moon came up again, of course, what it did with her. I think it's B. Because the blue moon came up first and it's a capital B. I think the first initial is B. That's what I think. Do you know anybody with initial B? Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Does B help you? I mean, I'm getting a B that keeps coming up. Like, I don't know, Brittany or something? Yeah, I don't know. I'm picking up B and like blondish hair. Maybe look for some blondish hair that has a B in their name. It could be like an initial that is a middle name or something, but definitely the hair color is a lighter brown. I will tell you that. Yeah, please do inform me. Because, I mean, I didn't know I could do initials. I just deal with hospice patients all the time and talk to people in their head as they're dying. So sometimes I don't know how intuitive I am with initials and dates and stuff. But I never really tried it before. I'm usually just talking to people that are almost dying. So what can you do? Okay, I get you. All right, you want the current feelings for Marilee? All right. I don't know. Maybe just look for hair color then. That's why I would look for the hair color. All right. All right. New subscriber. You're the new feelings for this person. All right. You got this person. I'm just doing one on your energy on the person that you're talking about and using your energy to connect with them. But this person is in a new moon in Aquarius, and this just means where love is into a situation or relationship. And it just talking about bringing love. And to bring love to the situation means they're not there with love. So that could be a good or bad thing. It means you can prove yourself to this person to maybe be a future wife and mother to their kids and stuff like that. Or the other. It could swing both ways, but this it's definitely not advanced enough in their feelings to that they're thinking about marriage or anything long term. And this person that you're worried about is in surrounded by a full moon in Aquarius and a new moon in Sagittarius. A full moon Aquarius just simply means that they're holding back and they don't fully trust you in that way. They like you, but there's no fully trust. And you should not fully trust anybody for about a year or two. So I'm actually vibing with this person that they shouldn't fully love you right now because anything can happen and then that's it. Even the Pope himself said you should not. It was one, not this Pope, was another Pope. He said that nobody should marry and get involved in before a year. And you should not get married for a year or more. And this was the Pope saying it. So the person got good ideals for not trying to bring this any further with your feelings. I'm sorry. And then this person got new moon in Sagittarius and about luck. I say give them time. Give this person time, and these kind of people that hold off have a whole lot better relationship with them. Just don't be psycho and don't be stalking them, because the minute you do that, you're gonna lose them, and it's gonna be over. I will tell you that. So, and it's not good to be a stalker. It's not good to have to like tell somebody they have to love you and all that either. That takes away their free will, and you don't want to do that either. So, but I mean, they're definitely not cheating on you. Nothing. They're seeing if seeing where it goes, and it definitely could end any minute if you get a little bit too much in one way or the other. So, who killed Gene Hackman? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. We'd have to look that up in Google. Isn't that an actor? Sounds like an actor to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I gotta get on TikTok because I've been over here an hour and 12 minutes. So I'm gonna go on Chong the dog on TikTok, and I will see you guys a little bit later because I am getting some love over there. My streaming skills must be better. I beat out 65% of their streamers, so. And I'll see you guys again, or you can follow me on Chong the Dog over on TikTok. And we could talk there because I'm going to eat and then I'm going to go on TikTok for a little bit. So, and thank you for everything. I hope I was helpful, and please be careful on St. Patrick's Day, and please don't drink and drive. And have a great day.